Look at this place! We have just arrived in Dubai. And it looks hot outside.
Very sandy.
There's a sun there. Can confirm, Brittany, it is hot in Dubai. So we've just got our bags taken off us. We're literally walking on the red carpet right now.
Go more that way.
What do you reckon of the view?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Look at that. Damn. There's the water park right there. This is where I'm going to be later.
So you can actually go in this tank.
We are now blue because we're in front of a massive tank. Look at this.
We first headed to one of the main pools, but we decided to keep on exploring because we wanted to see what else there was. So we headed to the beach area where we had a little swim here and enjoyed the incredible views. And then we wanted to see everything the hotel had to offer, so we headed to the water park as well just to have a look at all the slides and what we wanted to do on the other days that we were staying. We had a few troubles with our booking when we first got to the hotel, and it took quite a while to check in, but we were lucky enough that the staff were absolutely incredible. They ended up upgrading our room and giving us a complimentary meal on the first night. So this is the restaurant that we went to, which was called Saffron. It's a buffet restaurant. I think it was about 120 Australian dollars per person. It was honestly the most incredible buffet we've ever been to. The next day we went out to breakfast, and then it was nice to leave the hotel as well because we wanted to check out a bit more of what else Dubai has available. And then we also had booked in an evening desert safari that day, so we were super excited to do that. They picked us up at around 4 p.m, took us out to the desert. We did literally a 10-second camel ride, but the best part of that was the dinner show, which was the fire part, which was like amazing. But also on the way, which we weren't really expecting, was the dune bashing, which was actually so much fun. The next day we headed into the old town to see a bit more of the traditional side of Dubai. We got a recommendation to eat at the Arabian Tea House, which was honestly just incredible. It was definitely a highlight. After walking around the old town, it's called the Al Fahidi Historical District, we ended up getting a boat across to the souks, and then we wandered around there for a few hours before we headed to the Museum of the Future.
So we've literally just been walking through Dubai and near the old town, and we found this absolutely beautiful building. Look at this thing. Literally just in the museum at the moment, and just looked up, there's like these two whales floating through the sky. Look at this.
A little tip for visiting the Museum of the Future as well, make sure you book your tickets in advance because it books out a couple of days before. We went to a really cute Italian terrace as well called Public La Terrazza, and the meals there were delicious. We had a tiramisu and a spaghetti bolognese before we went in and wandered around the museum because we had to wait. I think it was about an hour when we got there because you have to book your tickets for a certain time. Otherwise you can't go in. So yeah, we had a bit of time to kill. We took about maybe 2 hours to walk through the museum. It was really amazing. There were 4 or 5 levels of the museum that you could go through, so it was really cool.
Currently in Museum of the Future.
Yes, we're in the stillness therapy.
It's a little different to what we expected, to be honest.
Very different, actually.
Very different.
Very different experience. Yeah, I don't know if it was exactly what we expected, but it was still really cool to see. We were so exhausted by the time that finished. We ended up getting a taxi from there, and then we headed to the Dubai Mall for a couple of hours.
Okay, I've just arrived at the biggest mall in the world. So I'm sure there's some cool stuff in here. So we will show you right about here.
And then was our final day in Dubai. We honestly were just having the best time ever. We seriously did not want to leave, but we made the most of the last day. We had a little swim in the water park in the morning. We got up super early. Actually, it wasn't really that early. The water park didn't open till 9:30, so we headed in right as it opened at 9:30, and there was honestly not one person in any of the lines, and we got through every single slide in the park by about midday. So we headed off and swam at the pool for a little bit before we had a private tour of the behind the scenes of the aquarium, which was complimentary with the room. So we got to see all the little baby sharks and all the little animals, some of the sick animals, the feeding room. Yeah, it was really cool. And then we walked through the aquarium, which was awesome to see all the different animals that were, some of them were in the big tank in the lobby, but there was some that were different as well. So that was quite interesting to see. So we finished on our final night with unlimited pizza at a place called Street Pizza, which was in the hotel. This is one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants, and I think it was $40 Australian per person.
So this should be amazing. We'll give you a little tour of the breakfast buffet now, and then we're going to eat as much as humanly possible. In Atlantis.
We don't want to leave. It's so nice here.
Literally, was saying it's probably like our favourite hotel stay ever.
Yeah.
Literally the best hotel. Like
Definitely.
So rad. Like the food was amazing. The staff was amazing.
The aquarium, the water park.
The aquarium.
Pools. The beach.
Coming back here for sure.
Yeah.